Hey everyone, it is Wednesday night, so we're here at the Cobblestone Hotel for another episode of Music Talks. Before we get started, special shout out to Mackie Music Studios, taking care of all of our sound needs for you, the listeners, and for our artists, and for Rick Fike, the man behind the camera that makes me look good. So, tonight we have a solo act, singer, songwriter in the country genre, Kelsey Roche. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited about it.
Me too.
Yeah, and I'm glad Matt hooked us up.
I know. It's
We
awesome.
have that nice little connect there.
That's right.
So, before we get into the music, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? How did you get started in music?
Well, I was a late bloomer, to say the least.
All right.
I started playing piano when I was about 15. I actually taught myself before I started taking lessons. And that's kind of how I got into it. I started in the high school choir and did musicals and was in our school encore, like all those things. And so I just gradually got into it, and I started writing songs before I began musicals and things, kind of like as poems. But then I turned them into songs later, and yeah, that's just how my story started.
So you started when you were 15, and I know you're in your last year of undergrad. So that means you've been doing this for about 6 years?
6 years for the most part.
Wow. I mean, that's not a lot of time, and you have 2 EPs. At least the second one is coming out, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So, as you said, you started out playing piano. Is that actually how you started, or was the guitar first? Because I know you play the guitar as well.
It was a little bit of both. Piano lessons I started first, and from there I went on to guitar lessons, then on to voice lessons, and just kept adding on.
So, was your interest in the instruments first, or was it voice that you were interested in, but you thought, I should probably learn how to play an instrument?
I think it was more lyric writing actually for me. Just writing, like I said, poems or songs without music, and then I wanted to add music to it. So that's what I started with.
How long did you have the poems before you added the music to it? Was that before you took piano lessons?
Yeah, I kind of started writing those whenever I was 12. I've always been a writer.
Oh, wow.
And so, I mean, it wasn't good, but I eventually started adding guitar to it on my own and started adding piano, and then took my lessons and went from there.
Cool. Very cool. So are you still taking lessons and all of this?
Not anymore.
You
do it on my own.
You don't have time to college.
I don't.
No, hey, I completely understand.
Yeah.
I know. So you play country music, yes? Why country music?
So I think country just tells stories in every single song. I just think that is one of the most real genres of music, where they're very vulnerable, and it's less about the pop and the rhythm and everything. It's more about the storytelling, and that's kind of what I've gone for in my music.
And that's what it's about for you, because as you said, you're more into the writing aspect. So tell me a little bit about your process. You kind of touched on it. You said you start with the poems, and then you added music to it. But now that you know how to play everything, how do you go about it first?
It's different every time.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll have a melody in my head and then I'll write a song from there. Sometimes I'll have a good lyric or a hook and I'll start with that. It's random, so it hits me out of nowhere.
So would you say the writing process is fairly easy for you? It comes naturally?
Sometimes songs give me some trouble, but it's typically easy.
Yeah, I'm new to the whole writing process, and it's interesting because I feel very vulnerable. You know, because it's like the lyrics are so personal, and usually you're drawing from something that's gone on in your life and sharing that with other people, whether it be your bandmates or on an EP. It can be kind of jarring and emotional.
Very
Like,
much so.
How do you play your own songs when you're doing a set? Are there songs in particular where you do get very emotional?
Sometimes I tend to kind of block that out occasionally, just to not feel that way. And sometimes my songs are written about someone else, so it's kind of easier to get through those. But I just block it out sometimes and get through it. But
So, as we said, you are in college right now. You're an undergrad. What are you there for? Where are you at? What are you there for?
So I'm at Point Park University. I'm a senior, and I'm there for sports arts and entertainment management.
So, how do you juggle school, gig life? How does that work? Are you out actively gigging?
It's sometimes, not as much as I would like to because of school, I think.
Right.
It's really hard to manage your time with all of those things going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Once again, I know. Okay, so I know that you're working on your second EP right now. Let's talk about the first one. What is it entitled? When did that come out?
Yeah, so it's called A Steady Heart. I released it in the summer of 2017, and it
wasn't that long ago.
No, 2 years ago.
And you're on your second one already. Wow.
It'll come out this summer, so 2 years almost exactly.
How many songs on the EP?
The first one was 5, and then this one will be 6.
Wow. That's a lot of material in just a 2-year time span.
Yeah, that was narrowed down too. So.
Wow.
As
So you have a lot more. You have a lot of content. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's really great.
It is.
What's the recording process like for you? How do you go about that?
Write the songs, give them to my band, go in, record them. That's what we just did this past Saturday, so
Right.
it's very new. It's stressful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still going to be going back in to do vocals again and the craziness of the process. But
Yeah. So you said give it to the band. I know you're here as a solo act tonight. Do you promote yourself as a solo act, or do you have an actual band? How does it work for you?
It's really just a group of friends that I've met throughout my time with music. We're not really a full band, but they record with me and they're there if I need them for something.
Yeah.
But typically I play by myself.
Cool.
Just the way I started.
So for recording purposes, that's whenever you
Yeah.
bring in all the other pieces. Now, on your EPs, are you playing the guitar, or does somebody else cover that for you?
I am playing it.
You are playing. Very
Don't
cool.
judge.
No, not at all. I can't really play the guitar. I just sing. I'm just a singer. So, but awesome. So the second EP, you said it's coming out this
summer.
Do you have a set date?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just depending on when we get done and when it finishes up.
That's fair. And what's this one entitled?
Take It From Me.
Take It From Me.
Yes.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of storytelling in that one.
It is.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah, of course. Especially, like you said, especially in country music.
Yeah.
So you're in school, you're doing these EPs. What's in store for the future? What are you trying to do? When you graduate, what's the plan? Is it music? Is it finding a job in your field? What do you want to do?
I actually just accepted a job in Nashville.
Oh.
So I'm doing that, and then I'm also going to be songwriting. So kind of do the best of both worlds.
So where are you hoping your music will take you? Take the job out of the equation. Let's just focus on the music. That's the good
dream,
stuff.
yeah.
That's the good stuff,
That's the
right?
dream.
Yeah. Do you want to be more of a songwriter for other musicians, or do you also want to be out there performing yourself?
I'd personally rather just be a songwriter for other musicians.
Really?
I'm more of the writer under wraps. I want that kind of more calm lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's actually more what I'm going for.
Those are the people that make the money anyway.
I know.
Smart choice.
Right.
I know. I'm kind of like getting out of the performance business, and I'm like, oh God, I should just start writing, because that's where it's at.
It's fun.
Yeah. Awesome. So Nashville, that'll be a good time.
It will.
And you'll
I'm
be
excited.
out gigging, performing, and
Hopefully.
you'll be in your early 20s in Nashville. Makes me think of me when I was in New York in my early 20s. Have fun. Don't do anything too crazy.
Trust me.
Good. Well, Kelsey, is there anything else you'd like me to touch on? Do you have any gigs coming up that you'd like people to know about, or just be on the lookout for the second EP?
The Saturday, I'm playing at the Keynote Cafe, and then other Saturdays upcoming. So if you follow me on Facebook,
Cool.
you'll get all that info.
Very cool. Actually, I'm going to be there this Saturday too.
You really?
Yeah, so I'll see you there.
Awesome.
I'll be singing too.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for real. So very cool.
So cool.
I'll see you Saturday. I cover
Yeah.
more of like the rock side of things, and
Yeah.
you got the cool. Very cool.
Good
I'll
mix
see you
there.
there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for the EP. Your stage name. What is your stage name? How can people look you up on iTunes? Because the first one is on iTunes, correct?
Yes. So my stage name is Kelsey Ann, so you can look me up by that name. And my first EP that's out is called A Steady Heart.
A Steady Heart.
So you can find it
Kelsey
that way.
Ann. Look it up on iTunes. YouTube as well?
No.
No. iTunes. Do it.
iTunes is it.
That's it. Do it.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Kelsey, thank you so much. Let's get to the music. Let's get to the good stuff, yeah?
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Zoom. For well over 2 decades, it's been the area's most reliable internet service. And our wireless network keeps your whole home connected to the internet, no matter how many different devices you have. Call or visit us online and see the difference speed can make. The future is faster with Zoom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am the one-man multiverse DK Abel, along with the Rev Ron Hunt. We are the hosts of the Rise Report.
And listen, 2 is always better than 1 DK because you, the people, can see us every single night at 9 p.m., both on Channel 20 and Channel 100, exclusively on Armstrong.
All right, everyone, we are back. It's time to get to the good stuff, the music. Welcome to Kelsey Roche. Do your thing, girl.
Thank you.
Well, I don't need no big love arrow, so Cupid can go point him somewhere else. And I'm not crying over a guy when he only wants to think about himself. So sure, I might be all alone, and I've always done things better on my own. So don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't lonely. I'm hanging with my girls every Friday night. Don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't crazy to put myself ahead of any other guy. Oh yeah, I might be alone, but I am fine. So don't call me lonely, lonely. You don't call me lonely, lonely. Some girls break down when they find out that they were only used for killing time. Too many heartbreaks are done by mistakes. Sorry, but I'm gonna keep what's mine. So sure, I might be all alone, and I've always done things better on my own. So don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't lonely. I'm hanging with my girls every Friday night. You don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't crazy to put myself ahead of any other guy. Oh yeah, I might be alone, but I am fine. So don't call me lonely, lonely. You don't call me lonely, lonely. So don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't lonely. I'm hanging with my girls every Friday night. So don't call me lonely, 'cause I ain't crazy to put myself ahead of any other guy. Oh yeah, I might be alone, but I am fine. So don't call me lonely, lonely. You don't call me lonely, lonely. 'Cause I don't need no big love arrow, so Cupid can go point him somewhere else.
This next one I wrote is called Forgot Her Heart. I actually wrote it about a character on the show Nashville, so that's where I got this from. It's called Forgot Her Heart.
You perfect life, the kind that lasts for all time. Then one fight changed your mind, lost everything in one night. And you could have had her, but you chose the whiskey. You could have had 3 kids and a front porch swing. You could have had her, but you gave her up. And I hope that it's damn well worth what's in your cup. 'Cause when you left for that bar, you forgot her heart. You forgot her heart. You even thought of turning around instead of leaving that rear view town. You saw the sign, and in your mind, all you could think about was tonight. How you could have had her, but you chose the whiskey. You could have had 3 kids and a front porch swing. You could have had her, but you gave her up. And I hope that it's damn well worth what's in your cup. 'Cause when you left for that bar, you forgot her heart. You forgot her heart. And then it hits you what you had, and you know you'll never get her back. Well, you could have had her, but you chose the whiskey. You could have had 3 kids and a front porch swing. You could have had her, but you gave her up. And I hope that it's damn well worth what's in your cup. 'Cause you could have had her, but you chose the whiskey. You could have had 3 kids and a front porch swing. You could have had her, but you gave her up. And I hope that it's damn well worth what's in your cup. 'Cause when you left for that bar, and when you left for that bar, you forgot her heart. Her heart. Thank you. This next one is another one I wrote, and it's going to be the title of my next EP coming out this summer, and it is called Take It From Me. Say that your eyes look like the ocean blue, and he'll say that he's never met anyone like you. He'll tell you that your smile could light up the whole world. I've been right where you are, so listen to me, girl. He'll say he won't hurt you just like he hurt me, and he'll say that he needs you like a drinker needs his whiskey. And you're in for a long road, and one day you'll see that I was in your shoes. So take it from me. You'll think you're the one he's been looking for. You'll think that you're enough till he wants something more. You'll think that it's true love. You're making me your whole world. I've been right where you are, so listen to me, girl. He'll say he won't hurt you just like he hurt me. And he'll say that he needs you like a drinker needs his whiskey. And you're in for a long road, and one day you'll see that I was in your shoes. So take it from me. You're on the floor asking God, oh why? And I bet you lost yourself. You're gonna sit and cry, but one day you'll get up and it won't hurt no more. I've been right where you are, so listen to me, girl. He'll say he won't hurt you just like he hurt me. And he'll say that he needs you like a drinker needs his whiskey. Well, you're in for a long road, and one day you'll see that I was in your shoes. So take it from me. One day you'll see that I was in your shoes. So take it from me. Thank you. So this next song is one I wish I wrote, but I didn't. And it was actually written the year I was born in 1996. And it's one of my favorite songs. It's called Strawberry Wine by Dina Carter. He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. Well, I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child. And one restless summer we found love growing wild on the banks of the river, on a well-beaten path. Ain't it funny how those memories, they last like strawberry wine. 17, the hot July moon, it saw everything. My first taste of love was bittersweet, like green on the vine, like strawberry wine. I still remember when 30 was old. My biggest fear was September, when he had to go. A few cards and letters and one long distance call. He drifted away like the leaves in the fall. The year after year I come back to this place just to remember the taste of strawberry wine. 17, the hot July moon, it strawberry wine. The fields have grown over now, years since they've seen the ground. There's nothing time hasn't touched. Is it really him or the loss of my innocence? I've been missing so much. Like strawberry wine at 17, the hot July moon, it saw everything. My first taste of love was bittersweet, like green on the vine, like strawberry wine. Thank you. This next song is one I wrote, and it's about dreams and what you see in your dreams. It's called When I Close My Eyes. In another world, we'd be in love. In another world, I'd be enough for you. When it's 2 a.m. and you're feeling sad and you can't go back to sleep, you wouldn't find some peace in a bar, and all you need is me. But when I close my eyes, I can see you, I can feel you. And when I close my eyes, I remember all the times when you'd hold my hand and you were the man I always dreamed you'd be. But then I open my eyes and I see it was just a dream. In another world, we'd be in love. In another world, you wouldn't say that we're done. When it's 2 a.m. and we're fighting like mad, you wouldn't up and leave. You wouldn't find some peace in a bar. All you need is me. But when I close my eyes, I can see you, I can feel you. And when I close my eyes, I remember all the times when you'd hold my hand and you were the man I always dreamed you'd be. Then I open my eyes and I see it was just a dream. When I close my eyes, I can see you, I can feel you. And when I close my eyes, I remember all the times when you'd hold my hand and you were the man I always dreamed you'd be. But then I open my eyes and I see it's just a dream. It's just a dream. Thank you. So I'm going to do one more, and thank you all for having me tonight. I'm so excited to be here. And this last song seems to be a fan favorite of many. It's called Tequila Ain't the Answer. And I wrote it for a class in college, actually. I had 2 weeks to write it, and this is what I got, so I was pretty happy with it. So I hope you like it. the hardwood floor. I'm cursing at your door for you leaving me like this. And there she is, wearing that short black skirt and treating you like dirt. But she's the one you kiss. Well, I've tried many things to get you off of my mind. I've tried to read a book or changing my look, but it just ain't worth the fight. Well, there's just one more thing, well, I never gave it a thought. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Here I am, waking up alone. There's nowhere to call home, but would you even care? And there she is, still in that same black dress. Your perfect little mess, doesn't even know you're there. Well, I've tried many things to get you off of my mind. I've tried to read a book or changing my look, but it just ain't worth the fight. Well, there's just one more thing, well, I never gave it a thought. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Tried many things to get me off of your mind. Have you tried to read a book or changing your look, or have you given up this time? Well, I know of one more thing, well, you should probably give it a thought. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Tequila ain't the answer, but it's worth the shot. Thank you.
Kelsey, thank you so very much for coming on the show tonight. You are an amazing songwriter.
Thank you.
Really great. Keep doing it. I loved your songs. They're wonderful. And you should all check out her first EP that's already out. It's on iTunes. What is it entitled again?
A Steady Heart.
Under Kelsey Ann. The second one is coming out this summer in a few months, so keep your eyes peeled for that. She's really amazing. Well, everyone, that's a wrap for this week of Music Talks. We will be on the air next week, Wednesday, but we're changing the location slightly. So be on the lookout for a little video on Facebook and YouTube explaining all the details. See you next week. Bye.